Welcome to Seriously Speaking. As you can see from the fact that models walked in first, it's because I'm talking about nudity. And again, some people think the biggest culprits are the designers. But I have shown something that's done by House of Marie, one of my guests on the show. If you missed last week, you can catch it on YouTube, luckily for you. So we're having the conversation around nudity and fashion, and maybe at the end of the day, we'll find where do we all stand. But I would like to introduce again my guests, my lovely gray-haired Mr. Reese Bonner. You have to dash me that hair because it's not a function of how old that you are. Reese, welcome again to the conversation end of Seriously Speaking.
Thank you, thank you.
Sitting next to Reese is Adebimpe Adebambo. We called you the in-house comedian. So say a few things for my viewers to see. Come on.
Another tiny.
And on my left, that's nice, isn't it? On my left, I have the House of Marie culprit. That is the creative designer of House of Marie. That is Joan Ibuzo, a designer. And then sitting next to Joan Ibuzo is my dear young friend, Bobo Motayo. We are praying for one thing for him, but we won't share it with the viewers, right? We shouldn't share it with the viewers.
No.
But we're all praying for something for him, right? Something to break. I want all of you to speak around the situation today. What would you say? We're comparing the pieces that we saw earlier. How would you see that vis-a-vis nudity?
So it depends on the scene and what you're doing and what your purpose is. Okay. And then also depends on the mind. Most times, when we want to judge people and say they're nude, we have to look at ourselves because in hospitals, people go around with garments that are open behind. And no one is saying, oh my goodness, he's naked. Look at his bum and all of that.
Well, what I think is that we have really, over the past few years, extolled voyeurism. We like to see really what is inside because even though, of course, they have creative license to wear whatever, these people, I mean, these celebrities or musicians, they are also, fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know.
They're like role models.
Role models for people. Now, okay, even though there was a theme, there's still a way that you can tastefully go around it. And of course, okay, even though something was obviously being worn inside, but the whole idea is to make you think that the person, the wearer, is actually naked. I don't know what the men wore. Did they go, like you could see bits? Did they follow the brief, like to the letter and you could see through everything, like the 6 parts and... Did they do that? Do
you agree? I mean, I'm a designer. And again, you said they wear something inside. It was appropriate, but from what Bimpe is saying, maybe some of the intent was not just to follow that, but to seduce or to look seductive.
Women naturally...
That's women or...
We women naturally don't wear anything to entice a man.
Oh.
First. No.
Are you telling me?
We want to show off to our other...
Fellow women.
Fellow women.
Oh, wow. You agree with that, Reese? Yeah. You're kidding?
Yeah.
So we should stop blaming the men for making us...
Please, they're not even bothered. They don't even know if your shoes are Louis Vuittons or... They're not interested. So it's a mindset. You need to be confident enough, to wear a dress and not have it all exposed to, to stand out.
We've ironed out the issue of the situation. It exists. People want to show their bodies. Madame here said it's because they want to impress other women. Women are the guiltier party. I don't know what Bobo thinks.
I actually agree.
That women are the guiltier party.
I think so. And I also like that point that was made that women actually dress up for other women. Mm-hmm. But I want to come from the media perspective.
Absolutely,
for this.
absolutely.
This is the Met Gala.
That was the example.
That's an example, right? The Met Gala is the most, I guess, prestigious invite in the fashion calendar every year. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're invited by Anna Wintour. Anna Wintour is, the goddess when it comes to fashion, right? Oh. So it's a big deal. But I also want us to realize that the amount of mentions that you get as a result of what you wear really shows how big you are as a celebrity.
So I would like all of you to round up with, if we don't go away with anything today from each of you, what should it be? From Reese?
I'd say deal with your mind first. That's it. That's really what it is, because You mentioned children running around naked. You have older people who do that too. You have cultural festivals, like in South Africa, where the girls are topless.
And they're used to it, but that's a way of life.
Yes. But when you come in thinking sex once you see it, then your mind is not pure. And then you'd rather blame the person and say, oh, it's because she wore this, that's why I did that. That's wrong. Two wrongs don't make it right.
Your dignity. I mean, if before we were all naked and nothing was wrong with it, that was that time. But now, if, for example, you're in a bus or in your car and you see a woman going topless, you say, Chai, she have craze.
So consider your dignity. What are you saying they should consider? What's your own final thought? I swear, as a designer, I will put you under pressure. Go on, Joan.
Truth be told, be yourself. As long as you've reached a certain class and you're popular, should even make you realize that you are now a spokesperson for so many other people. So, you know, and so much negativity has come out from this nudity. So it makes sense for you, you know, you say bring back our girls and stuff, but yeah, you promote it by wearing that. I mean...
Okay, so it's again back to locality. Around here, we still can't take that kind of thing. And yours?
My final thoughts are it's about expression. I believe in expression. I think express yourself, you know. It's very, very important.
Negative or positive?
I mean, it's up to you. You have to make that final call. It's your own individual expression. But I also want to make a point about role models. I don't think that we should expect celebrities to be role models. The biggest role model in my life are parents. So my mother and my father are my role models.
If you are not hurting another person by the way you're dressed, it's fine. You go ahead and dress the way you want. That's what I would say. But I certainly wouldn't walk around the street, regardless of whatever, in something that doesn't make me look elegant, age-appropriate, and location-appropriate. I must thank all of you for coming. Thank you, Reese. Thank you, Big Bay. Thank you, Joan. And thank you, Bobo. And thank you for watching. We'll see you again next week.